And we are live with nobody here. We're late. WhatsApp, Facebook, email, Reddit. Where's my Insta? No, no, no! Don't do that. All right, give it to me. It's actually mine. You two shouldn't be fighting over what's not yours. Thank you. No, okay, but what are you charging right now? No, you actually need to charge my phone because you killed my battery. Come. Come on, girls. All right, come here, both of you now. 5, 4. Come on, look, I'm live on YouTube. Say hello to YouTube. That's rude. Right, Nine, come say hello, baby. Good girl. Come say hello to our viewers. We've got 2 viewers. Hi, viewers. Thank you very much for joining.
Hello.
You saying hello, baby? Well done. Okay. Right, let's plug this out. This is doing my head in. Okay. Guys, not even guys. To the one viewer that's here, thank you very much for joining. Oh, you've left. But 6 months in Jamaica, 6 months today, guys. 10th of October, I left the UK. This time last year, I actually resigned from work. I can't believe it's been a year already, like the Easter holidays. Yeah, I resigned during Easter. No, before Easter. Yes, and I'm here. We're here. Okay, it's been 6 months. Hello, that girl. Is it Shani? I really hope I pronounced it properly. Hi to you. Thank you for joining. You're my only viewer at the moment. Okay, I don't think I've advertised this very well, so it's my fault. Oh, thank you. I did pronounce it correctly. Thank you. Stop it. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're a subscriber, but let me introduce you to baby girls. This is Tashai. Say hello, Tash. Anaya, come, baby. Come say hi. And take that off your neck. And this is, come say hello to your view. Oh, we've got 2 viewers now.
Hello.
Say hello. And this is Anaya. Okay. Now, me and my girls, we all moved out here October last year. Excuse me, darling.
Papa.
And it's been 6 months, and the 6 months so far, what can I say? All is well. Okay. Now, first things first, reason I moved to Jamaica was lifestyle change. Okay. Coming from the UK, we all know in the UK, you just basically work to your job. And though I enjoyed my job, I was in a school for 12 years. Okay, I'm planning to move there, just trying to find a remote job now to move. Okay, well done. Congratulations. Okay. If you need any advice, you have any questions, I'm going to put my email address down here, t_gail@aol.co.uk. Okay, that's my email address for anybody that's got any questions about relocation or need any advice. Don't bite that baby. Okay, hi Nicola, thank you for joining. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome, Shani. Okay, so let me give you an update, not an update, give you just a brief. So 10th of October, we landed here. I was in a holiday apartment for a month. Okay, I booked that from the UK, a holiday apartment, and I gave myself 1 month to find somewhere to live. Now, my house hunting journey was not easy. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. I was looking online. I was looking in the Sunday Gleaner. I was finding properties. Okay, there's loads of properties to rent in Jamaica, loads. But it's very difficult to get hold of some landlords. Some landlords don't answer the phone, number 1. Some landlords don't get back to you, number 2. And some landlords refuse to rent to you if you've got young children. Okay, so I failed to find somewhere permanent to live during that 1 month. And what I did was I managed to secure a room in a guest house, and I was in a guest house for 2 months. Okay. Yes, Nicola, you packed those barrels. Okay, I wish I packed more barrels. I only brought one, but we'll get to that. So I was in a guest house, okay, and God was on my side, the universe was on my side, because the guest house was located next door to my daughter's school. She goes to a prep school in an area called Milford, and that's where the guest house was located. And when I seen the guest house, I literally just spoke to the manager, explained my circumstances, explained that, I'm in a holiday apartment. I've got about a week to be out of here. I'm trying to find somewhere permanent to stay. I can't find anywhere. Can you help me? The owner of the guest house was called, it's called Shore Park Guest House, or Little Shore Park Guest House. The owner's called Trevor. Lovely, lovely man. Okay. And I was so grateful because he gave us a room. All right. It wasn't cheap. I was paying 65 grand. Okay. Inclusive of bills. Hence why I had to be out of there quickly. So being in that apartment, being in that guest house was absolutely fine, due to the fact that it was easy to get baby girl to school. Baby girl started daycare not too long after that. And yeah, all was well. So I have to give thanks to YouTube, because YouTube actually helped me secure where I'm staying now. One of my subscribers gave me a contact for a person that she knows that lives out here. He's also from the UK, okay? And he knows the landlord where I'm living now, and he gave me the details. I've made the phone call, deposit was paid, and I was here January the 9th. I moved in the 9th of January, okay? And I've been here ever since. It's it was completely unfurnished, okay? I would like to disclose the rent, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm just going to say the rent is very reasonable, okay? Very reasonable. I'm not complaining. Compared to London, England, rents in Jamaica, I won't complain about the price, okay? Coming from London, where I was paying rents of over £1,000 for many, many years, I'm happy renting in Jamaica, okay? I don't know if you've seen my last video, but I do believe renting in Jamaica is a lot cheaper than renting in the UK. Now, ideally, I don't want to rent, but because there's no family home, I've got no choice, okay? So the aim is to be here until I've financed enough money to get some land and build my home eventually. That's the plan, build a home. It's a dream of mine to live in a house where I don't have to pay rent or pay a mortgage and just live. It's amazing. I've been trying to move to Jamaica since February, but the realtors kept saying I need a TRN. Oh, okay. Yes, TRN, Shani, have you obtained your TRN yet? If not, let me know. I can help you with that. Okay, I've helped someone else obtain theirs. Okay. So let me know. Coming from Atlanta. Oh, Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta. I'd like to go to Atlanta one day. But right, so that's that. So yeah, that's the accommodation sorted. Income. Now, guys, Jamaica is expensive. We all know Jamaica is expensive. The application last week. All right, good girl. Okay, good, Shani. Congratulations. I hope it all works out. Let me know. Okay, keep me updated. Right. So income. I am in the process of trying to create multiple streams of income. Okay. One of the main reasons why I gave up work is because I felt like working wasn't benefiting me, in the sense that I'm a single mother, I'm working, and all of my money was going on childcare. All right. I had to change that narrative. I had to change that. I just had to change that. A lot when I've done a lot of family research, my own personal family research, and while researching my family history, I've come to realize that working hasn't benefited my family. Okay. And I'm saying this because my family don't really, when I say my family, I'm just talking about the elders. Okay. There's no generational wealth, there's no assets or anything. So what I'm trying to do is change the narrative for my daughters, Okay, I've started up a business which I'm currently running out here in Jamaica. And what I'm trying to do is, like I said, create those multiple streams of income so we can be okay later on in life. Yes, girl. $2,000 a month for rent is disgusting. Wow. I don't know how we coped. I don't know how we did it, paying those monies. Wow. Shani, that's I don't know what to say except wow. Um, okay, so yeah, my family business. So I'm trying to create a family business for my daughters, okay? Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to train them to be entrepreneurs. All right. If they don't want to be, that's okay. But I want them to look up to me in the sense of, mummy's created something and let's work with mummy or let's work for mummy. So first income is coming from the UK. Okay. I don't know if those that have been following me from the beginning knows that I was fixing up my house in the UK to rent. Okay. So I'm currently renting my home that's in the UK. Okay. That's income number one. Income number two is the business that I have constructed, which is called JA Land and Property Services. Now, I set this business up when I was in the UK. I registered the business name when I was in the UK, and I've been here marketing hard. Okay. And I've got to say, my marketing has paid off. Thank you, Sam. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. I appreciate that comment. I've secured jobs, guys. I've secured quite a few painting jobs. I've also secured a property that I'm going to be managing. I'm not sure if it's Airbnb or long-term rent yet, but me and the landlord are in talks. Okay, he currently lives in the States. So what my business is, guys, it's a land and property maintenance service for the Jamaican diaspora overseas. Okay. There's an abundance of empty properties here on this island, and a lot of the owners are abroad and they're not doing anything with them, or they struggle to find someone they trust to maintain them. Okay, so that's where I come in. I offer property maintenance, land maintenance. I also offer Airbnb management and anything that the landlord wants. Okay, so hello, Safi. Oh, hi, Safi. Thank you for joining. I came to Jamaica for 2 weeks and stayed in Airbnb for some peace. I actually cried like a baby in the bathroom. I knew I didn't want to leave. Shani, I know exactly how you feel. First time I came to Jamaica was 2016. I brought myself here as an adult because my parents didn't bring me, and I fell in love with the island. And I just knew I had to come and move here. Okay. I know what you mean when you say you don't enjoy your money, because when I was working, my phone's ringing. When I was working, babes is on the phone. Going back in a minute. When I was working, I always felt broke in the sense of once I paid my rent, once I had paid my bills, done my grocery shopping, what was left? So I had to change that lifestyle for myself. I really did. And you know what? I'm glad I have. Um, um, yeah, I'm glad I have. Sorry, why do you think there's so many empty homes people can't manage? Giving up on Jamaica as too hard to adjust, etc. I think there's a lot of empty homes here because I believe a lot of people have migrated out of Jamaica, and some people are just scared to come back, don't want to come back. A lot of people say it's the crime rate. A lot of people say the crime rate is stopping them from coming back home. And I was speaking to somebody the other day who actually told me her sister is in Florida and does not want to come back to Jamaica because of the crime rate, and she's got a home here that she wants to sell. Now, I don't know why, but a lot of people don't sell their homes. They're just locked up for years and years on end. And, Jamaica being a tourist destination, I feel like as a homeowner, you can make an income from your empty property. If you don't want to live here, that's absolutely fine, but do something with your home. That's just my personal opinion. Now, maybe it's because, I don't have one. There's no family home. Maybe that's why I feel so, what's the word, so passionate about this, because I feel like if I had a family home and was living in the UK, it would definitely be on Airbnb. Okay, but I do find people living abroad struggle to find trustworthy people to maintain their homes. Also, I do know a lot of people have caretakers and stuff like that, but I don't know if you lot have heard of cases where caretakers are renting out their homes to taxi drivers or holding little shebeens in there. Like these things happen here on the island. All right, so I don't know. It's just the Jamaican diaspora overseas. A lot of them don't want to come back, and you know, okay, kudos to them. You don't want to come back. That's absolutely fine. But just I don't know, just sort out certain things, for like your descendants, and because I'm assuming they've got grandchildren. Some might have great grandchildren, and the homes are just sitting there, literally. On islands, but Jamaica felt like home. Yep, Jamaica definitely felt like home the first time I came here, Shani. Definitely. Okay. But what was I going to say? Um, right, so running the business is hard. And the reason it's hard is because of my two young daughters. So in England, in England, work comes first. Okay. Your children have to work around you. But here in Jamaica, I don't want to live like that. I want to work around my children. My children come first. Okay. That was one of the main reasons why I left my workplace, because they couldn't, when it came to me being a mum, they didn't really care. It was just, oh well, come to work, be on time, do what you have to do, sort of a thing. So yes, I feel as if we've outpriced abandoned yesterday because the committee cannot use. Nicola, I feel you on that one completely. JP's is not cheap, but still cheaper than the UK, very much so. Okay, so Nicola's comment, I feel as if I have been outpriced out of London. Yes, JA can be expensive, but compared to the UK, I'm not paying huge gas bills, council tax. JPS is not cheap, but still cheaper than the UK. I fully agree with you, Nicola. I fully, fully, fully agree. Hi, Zed. Thanks for joining. Okay, I fully agree with you, Nicola. Um, yeah, yeah. What can I say except I agree? Um, Jamaica is expensive, but London isn't any cheaper. Um, and with Jamaica, when I say Jamaica's expensive, it's really just the cost of living in the sense of the groceries. Okay, food is disgustingly expensive out here. Guys, if you're thinking of moving out here, send your barrels, okay? I sent one, thinking one would be enough. I was wrong, okay? I wish I sent 4, 5, 6 barrels, okay? Guys, send your barrels if you can. Do buy your bulk rice, your bulk oils, your bulk flours, all the non-perishable goods, because out here it's just expensive. Also, how do we obtain barrels? I'm not sure about the States, but in England we have certain shipping companies. So Shani, maybe have a look at some of the shipping companies in what's it called, in Atlanta. Usually the shipping companies send the barrels to your house, or they drop the barrels to your house. So the company I used was called God, I've got a mental block. I can't remember. The shipping company I use. It will come back to me in a minute. Um, but yeah, hopefully Shani, just have a look. A new wave of foreigners will soon occupy Jamaica as a lot of money is being invested in the country. I agree with you there. A new wave of foreigners. But there's a lot of Germans out here, guys. A lot of Germans out here. I think they've probably been out here for a while, to be honest with you. But the face of Jamaica will soon change, and then crime will be lower. Do you think so? I don't know about crime being lower. I feel like the crime rate here is related to the poverty. Because the community I live in, it's a working class community, and crime rate here in my community is quite low, okay, which I'm very grateful for. In areas like downtown Kingston, we know the crime rate is very high, but at the end of the day, those people are quite poor. So I do believe that the only reason the crime rate is so high is due to the poverty of like the people. They've got to survive, you know. Some Jamaicans do have a mentality where they don't want to work, they want to make money quickly, but not all Jamaicans are like that. And the majority of Jamaicans really do want to earn a decent living. Like, it's a shame. It's a shame, but I do believe education is the key. I do believe education can bring you out of poverty. And if I don't know if I feel like if they went if they could afford to finish high school, because I know high school comes at a cost. I feel like if they could afford to finish high school, maybe afford to go to college, maybe that will bring the crime rate down a little bit. I don't know, but I do feel like the government don't do much with regards to the crime as well. You know, for example, if you guys know White River, do you know White River? They have like, oh, they do rafting in White River, calypso rafting. The police and the soldiers actually shut that down the other day. Why? I don't know. I don't know the reason behind it. But when I say the police and the soldiers were just, mate, they went to the river and they just mashed up all of the bamboos. And and I'm thinking, this is how these people make their bread. This is how they earn a living. Now they can't do their river rafting. What are they going to do? They probably will turn to crime. Do you know what I mean? It's a shame. Disparity in Jamaica. Definitely agree to James. There is a disparity in Jamaica. There's a huge gap between the rich and the poor. A very, very huge gap. Okay. And all the poor are doing is trying to survive. Nine, come, baby, you're tired. Um, so hence why with the business that I've started, what I try to do is create opportunities for local peoples. So if they've got a skill that they claim they can do, I'll give them, if I've got a job, I'll give them a day's work. Do you know what I mean? And if they do it properly and the way I'd like it to be done, and if the customer's happy, anytime I get a job, I'll bring you on board. Do you know what I mean? How old are the girls now? Nine is now 2 and Tasha is now 5. She was 5 on the 14th of March. She had her 5th birthday. I'll let her have a birthday party at school. Someone was killed at White River. The authorities have asked the private owners. Oh, is that the reason why they stopped the river rafting? Because someone was killed there? I didn't know that. The private owners to address safety issues. Okay, thank you for that clarification, Sophie. Thank you. That's interesting. Yeah, I had no idea. Nine, that's my daughter's name. Ah, Nine. It's short for Anaya. We call her Naya Bingy sometimes as well. She's at that stage where the terrible twos, and my children are at that stage where they fight a lot, and I don't know how to deal with the fights. It's a lot. But yeah, so yes, being a single parent out here in Jamaica is not easy, guys, especially when trying to run a business. Because the logistics of my day is just crazy. Both my girls go to different schools. I'm not driving yet. Nyla. Oh, that's nice. It's a beautiful name, James. Right, so I'm not driving yet, guys. I did plan on getting a car, but I didn't do my research properly. All right, so if you're coming to Jamaica and you want to buy a car, I urge you to research the costs of vehicles before you get here. That's what I didn't do. I just assumed what can buy me a car in the UK can buy me a car in Jamaica, and I was wrong. Okay, I was so wrong, guys. 2.5 grand. That was my budget for a second-hand car. You can get a 2.5 grand second-hand car in the UK, no problem. But here in Jamaica, for 2.5 grand, I'm seeing they were offering me cars from 1992, okay, with millions and millions on the clock. And I just thought, no, not happening. So the car hunt is on hold until I save some more money. Okay. It will be difficult adjustment, but you can make it work. How people go back to the diaspora as it's too hard. Just thinking of trying to make it. Oh, Zed, you're funny. You know what? When driving, I've only driven about 3 or 4 times in Jamaica because anytime I need a car, I hire a car. But do you know what? You just have to take when I say take your time, stay on the left, take your time, let them overtake you if they want to overtake you. I know there's a lot of horn blowing out here, but a lot of the time the horn blowing are warnings that you're either going too slow, warnings that I'm going to overtake you, or just warnings I'm here, stop your parking, stop your reversing. Okay. Um, maybe because I've been driving for years, so driving in Jamaica doesn't really scare me, but I'm not gonna lie, driving in Kingston scares me. Okay. I don't know how I'd feel about driving in Kingston. Driving in town just looks crazy. Okay. Education is the key. Cost of living is way too high, and the minimum wage doesn't cover business, hence high crime rate. Nicola, you are 100% there. Minimum wage. The minimum wage has now gone up to 13 grand, I believe. I'm not sure if that's a week, a fortnight, but minimum wage was once, it was 9 grand and they've put it up. So I don't know if that will help, but it's good that the government have risen the minimum wage. I just bought a car in the last 2 weeks, Jamaica. Yes, you're right. You need at least 5 grand. You see, you need at least £5,000 to buy a decent car here. I came here with a budget of 2.5 grand. Okay, so I need another 2.5 grand to get a decent car. All right, so my car hunt is on hold, and me and the girls are doing the route taxis, which I don't mind. But the only thing I dislike with the route taxis is, they just pack up the cars like sardines, and my British kids don't like it. What can I say? Driving on opposite road, steering wheel. You see, for us, Shani, because in the UK we drive on the left as well, so it's not so bad. It's the exact same as driving in the UK. But yeah, I enjoy driving. I love driving. The highways, the Jamaica, they've got some highways now that are not cheap. You got to pay the tolls, okay? But the highways are beautiful and they're always empty. It's, I think, where your anxiety will come in will be driving in like the busy town centers. Like, for example, Ocho Rios can get busy in the evenings, and the way people drive out here is just, they cut you up left, right, and center. There's no signaling, and pedestrians don't have right of way. You've got to watch the roads out here, man. But you'll be absolutely fine. You come back to the UK to pack more barrels, etc., and then go back to help with finances. I've thought about it, but I don't think, because my family's in the UK, I will use them to pack the barrels. If I ever go back to the UK, it will probably just be for a short visit. Okay, a short visit, and maybe just check up on my house and make sure my tenants are doing okay. But my dad's there. He looks after things for me as well. You see, they drive different in Kingston compared to anywhere else on the island. I'm telling you, Kingston is one place where I would have anxiety, I think, driving. I'm not going to lie to you. So if I ever go to Kingston, I think that's the Knutsford Express. I wouldn't drive in Kingston at all, at all, at all. How do they're just, I don't know. You know what? It's just traffic is crazy in Kingston, and I don't know. They just drive mad. They're just crazy. Okay. When I go up there, next time I go up there, I will film it. I'll film it and I'll pull it in a vlog. That's what I will do for you, Zed. Seriously. But as I was saying, yeah, the logistics of my day. So my two girls go to two separate schools. My 2-year-old's in a preschool, and my 5-year-old is in a prep school. Okay. Now they're both located in Ocho Rios, but the prep school's a little bit further out in an area called Milford. So in the mornings, we leave out of here about, what time do we leave out of here, baby, to get you to school? She starts school, no, baby girl starts school at 8. So we leave out of here, well, the aim is to be out of here by 7. That never happens, okay? Sometimes I'm out by 7:15, sometimes I'm out by 7:20. Basically, if I miss the 7:30 taxis, I'm finished. So I need to get one to school by 8 and the other to school by 8:30. Okay. So that's one taxi to baby's nursery. We walk into Ochi and then we get another taxi to baby's school. And then usually I get my taxi home. Okay. Now, if I don't have a job that day, what I'll usually do is just sit on my laptop and try and market my business, update my website, so forth and so forth. If I do have a job that day, then it's very, very difficult, because what I usually do is I drop the girls off. As you know, I don't drive, so I have to travel to the work site, undertake whatever job I need to do. Usually it's painting. I have quite a few painting jobs going. So I would paint, and a lot of my jobs are in an area called Upton, which is an upper class area, but the taxis don't really drive to Upton. So I'm walking, okay, and that's not that basically that walk is not no little walk, it's a long walk. So by the time I get to work, one's in school by 8, one's in school by 8:30. I'm usually at work by about 9:30, something to 10. One finishes at 2:30, one finishes at 2. Now, what I have to do is I have to pay for aftercare. Okay. So the latest Nine can be in school till is 5, and the latest Tashai can be in school till is 4. So if I'm at work by about 9:30, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, that gives me 6 hours to get some work done before I have to pick up my children, return back home, prepare dinner, bath them, get them to bed. Not even that, I've skipped homework. Okay, get them home. We do homework first. Okay, after homework, we prepare dinner, bath them, put them to bed. Okay, so my days are nuts. All right, now I've been trying to upload more vlogs, but I don't want to bore you guys because it's just like I feel like I'm doing the same thing every day in the sense of taking the girls to school, going to work, and coming home. So hence why you haven't been seeing too much vlogs. I'm just waiting for, I think once I get the car, I'll be able to move around a bit more and I'll be able to vlog a little bit more. But what are your future plans, businesses, buy, build, etc. Right. Definitely do babbles when you go back to UK. I always do it and it can last me a year. Okay, Jammy Dodger. I like that name. Okay. Yes, definitely we'll be doing more barrels. Zed, could you find another family to carpool, car share with? Probably a ridiculous question. Zed, I've not even thought about that. That's a good idea. But carpool, that's not going to happen. In Jamaica, no one does anything for free. That will cost me. So, but at the end of the day, I could still look into it. What are your future plans, businesses by? Future plans, right? So expanding JA Land and Property Services. I'm working on a book. Okay. I won't give you the name of the book yet. Okay, it's almost finished, but I'm struggling to find time to write. Okay, so I'm hoping once that book is published, okay, that's another income. Future plans is to build. Okay. What's up, baby? Is to build a home. Come. You want to sleep? Come. Is to build. Future plans is to build. You want me to kiss the hand? All right. Taxi drivers are the worst. Coming back from Mandeville recently, my driver was eating box food while steering with his knees. Nicola, that is hilarious. I've had taxi drivers smoke weed while they're driving me around. I've had taxi drivers drink while they're driving me around, where I've literally had to say, do you know what, I'm coming out the car because I don't like the fact that you're drinking. And they're just, taxi drivers are so ignorant. And it's like, another thing I don't like about the taxis is nobody queues. There's no such thing as first come, first serve. It's like car stops, people just jump in. Like usually I don't get ignorant, I don't get upset. But one day, me and my girls was waiting for the taxi home and it was raining like hard, raining really hard. Okay, we had been waiting for about half an hour for our taxi because where we live, the taxi service is quite slow. Now, I was the first one waiting for the taxi. Okay. Everyone, appeared. Taxi came. Everyone just jumped in the taxi, forgetting the fact that I'm here with my crying baby and my 5-year-old. So I got really upset and I got really ignorant. And I basically held the door open and I said, this taxi is not moving until me and my girl squeeze in because you lot are feisty, you lot have no manners. I was here first. Okay. You lot have just pushed in front of me. I understand it's raining, but we all want to go home. So you don't need to make space and squeeze me in. Okay. So then you had one man look at me. I said, the three of you travel, the three of you travel. I said to him, that's not my business. Me and my daughters are traveling too. I'm not telling no one to get out. I'm saying make space. Do you know what I mean? The space was made. It wasn't a problem. Jesus Christ. Content is content. People are like boring. Are you sure about that, Zed? I'm vlogging about my transition from US to Jamaica. Oh, that girl Shani, I will make sure I subscribe. Content is content. You'd be surprised how much people want to just view daily life. Okay. I definitely need to chip in the pool. I understand. Are you from Jamaica? No. Okay. So yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about the taxi system here is there's no queuing. It's not even just taxi system. There's no queuing system in Jamaica apart from the ATMs. The ATM is really the only queuing system I find, and the supermarkets. But anywhere else, it's fight for survival. Okay, fight for survival, and it's hard when you've got 2 young children. It's easy when I'm by myself, but with the kids, it's not easy. Not easy at all. There's no absolutely jammy dodger. Yes, I'm on the list of going back home. My home nearly finished. Oh, Sophia, congratulations. That must feel good. That's one thing I'm looking forward to is starting the project and seeing the outcome. That must be really good. Okay. So give me that, baby. That's not a toy. Okay, so I came from you. I came from very near you. Northwest London. Hey, Northwest in the house. Okay. Is there anything you don't want to ask me? Have you not got any questions of any sorts? Can you please link your channel here in the chat? Yes, that girl Shani, please do link your channel so we can subscribe. Matter. What's Uber like? I'm not in London. You know, I've never used Uber in London. I'm old school. When I was in London, I'd just phone a taxi service and they'd come pick me up. And they have an Uber, and it's not called Uber. It's called 876 Go. It's like Uber here in Jamaica, but I've never used them either. Okay, I've never used them, but I know they're out here. What's Uber like in Jamaica? Yeah, 876 Go. I've never used them. I've downloaded the app. I've got the app, but in my heart, I feel like they'll be hella expensive. Okay, because usually, like for example, to get to Ochi from where I live is only $200, but to charter a taxi, meaning you're in the taxi on your own, they charge me $1,000. Like that's an $800 difference. So I don't even know about Uber. I have a feeling Uber would be expensive. I know we start off so terribly polite and British, but we soon learn. Nicola, the customer service. Oh my gosh. And I've always known about the customer service, but it jars me. Like, no hello, no smiling. You know, a lot of the time they don't even tell you how much money you owe them. They just look at you and expect you to put the money in their hand. Like, I got so ignorant to a point where the girl was looking at me, like she didn't I was basically, she put something through the machine, and she just stood there. So as she stood there, I stood there because you haven't told me how much money I'm supposed to give you. So I'm not giving you anything. And if you're going to stare at me, I'm going to stare back. Like, I got really ignorant. Like, these people are making me ignorant and I don't like being ignorant. It's horrible. Anaya, this baby, stop it. I'm not sure if it was mentioned, but how long have you lived there and which parish are you? I've been here for 6 months now, Janley, and I'm in St. Anne. I've migrated a while to Jamaica, but go back and forth. I wish I could afford to go back and forth. With the kids, it's expensive, I assure you. ATMs get on my nerves. I had to drive to 3 just to get money up and down the highway. I always keep cash now. Yes. Guys, I've learned always keep cash in your purse. Number one, the card machines do not always work. When I say, because some supermarkets and some shops do accept card payments, okay? Some do the contactless, but they don't always work, number one. Number two, the queues for the ATMs are usually long, and you can usually be in a queue for 15 to 20 minutes just to draw out some cash. Sometimes you get there, there's no cash, or they're not giving you Jamaican dollars, they're only giving you US dollars. So yes, always have money in your purse, even if it's just the cab fare, but always have something on you. There was it last year? It was about November times where there was a power cut, okay, in the entire community, and I had no money on me. I couldn't use the ATM, okay. Went to the shop with my card expecting to pay, but the power cut affected them as well. Couldn't do no shopping. It was deep, man. It was deep. So I'm learning a lot being out here, guys. I'm learning a lot. I dread the customer service every time I go back. Sometimes you have to twag a little British just to get some respect. Definitely. They like the British accent. So when you put on the British accent, that's when people will start smiling with you. But yeah, the customer service is a lot to be desired for, man. I don't understand it. Are you good at converting the money now? Do you automatically understand the Jamaican prices? Slightly. And now, like 5 grand, 5,000 Jamaican dollars is like 30 English pounds. I'm knowing that 10,000 Jamaican dollars is approximately, I think, about 50 English quid. But I know the exchange rates, they go up and down quite often. So I'm not sure what it is today. But yes, I'm getting better at the Jamaican dollars. Proper fastening your business. But have you got your Jan Lee? Is absolutely fine. That is the reason why I'm doing this live. Yes, I have got my citizenship. What I did, Janly, was I got my citizenship via descent, okay, through my grandparents. Because as I mentioned before, I'm British. My parents are British. It's my grandparents that are the Jamaican ones. And I don't know if you know, but you can get your citizenship through your grandparents. Okay, your parents don't have to be born in Jamaica. So I applied for my citizenship via descent from the PICA, and I got my citizenship and my Jamaican passport at the same time. Could you tell us about how you found the schools your older daughter attends? Okay. Nata. So when I was in England, I did a lot of internet research with regards to schools in Jamaica because I knew I'd be in St. Anne and I knew I wanted to go to a prep school. So I found a website that listed every single school in St. Anne. And what I did was one by one, I went through each of those schools to see if they had websites and just got the information from their websites. Now, not all schools in Jamaica have websites. A lot of them just have Facebooks, okay? Because as you know, the schools out here, they're not really they're not financed by the government like we are in the UK, so they have to do things on their own. And when I found the website for the school she attends now, I fell in love with the school. Number one, discipline. Okay, my daughters love them to bits. Okay, but they're too demanding little girls. Okay, and I really like the discipline at her school. The discipline is high. And I liked the fact that they did extracurricular activities. Okay, now I don't know about the basic schools. I'm not sure if the basic school offer extracurricular activities, but in the prep school, she does Spanish. They do karate. They've got music lessons. Like they've got a broad range of activities for these kids to participate in, and that's what I liked about the school. Did you do that in the UK or Jamaica? I did that in the UK. Okay. So what I did, Janly, was I went to the consulate, the consulate in Kensington, and yeah, that's how, yeah, the consulate. No, basically, I got all my application forms first, completed them. This was before COVID, so back then you could just go to the consulate offices. Now you've got to book an appointment, but I just went there and made my application, and within a few months, I got my citizenship. And it felt good. It felt good, man. It felt really good. I hope to not have any troubles getting my citizenship since I was born there. I don't need anything from my parents. Zed, all you will need is your birth certificate. If you've got your Jamaican birth certificate, you'll be fine. Okay. You're both welcome, Natam and Jan. Hi, Sel. Thank you for joining. How did you know you'd be able to afford school fees long term? Giselle, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know I would be able to afford the school fees. It was just, for me, it was just a risk I've taken because I knew I've had my income from the property I'm renting in the UK. That's what I'm relying on. So really and truly, when it comes to school fees, it's about being organized, okay? In the sense of, you know how much it is a term. So what I do is I put away a certain amount of money every month to ensure I have those school fees when they're due. Okay. So yeah, because when I chose the school she was going to, I had no idea how much their school fees were. I just knew I wanted her to go to that school. Now, because I had been saving since 2016, okay, I did have money in the bank account, so I was able to pay for her school fees up front. Okay, so that's one of the things I did before I moved out here was open a Jamaican bank account and save. Okay. Yeah, I didn't move out here just like that. I did open a Jamaican bank account, Victoria Mutual, and I saved a lot, well, not a lot, but a decent amount of money to move out here with. Okay, so yeah, that kept me going for a little while. I love that my mum just got up and moved us back in the 90s, and it was the best decision for my upbringing she ever did. I just need to do the same. Janly, I'm glad you feel like that because I do hope that my girls feel like this one day as well. One thing that scares me is, as we know, Jamaican qualifications are not recognized all over the world. And I feel like if my girls go to school over here, get their is it CXCs? CXCs, their exams are called, and want to go back home, like when I say home, want to go back to England later on in life, I don't want them to be held back. So one thing I'm considering when they get of age is letting them do their English GCSEs as well as their CXC, so they've got two options. I don't know, because it's a shame. Like I do feel like the education system here is better than the education system in the UK. But it's just a shame that the qualifications are not recognized all over the world like the English qualifications are. Um, Thank you. I messaged you a few months ago on IG about subletting. Ah, okay. I thought I recognized you. And how is that going? I hope it's going well for you. Can you pay yearly, or would you say not to? Um, you know what? You probably can pay yearly, but I wouldn't. Just in case you don't like the school or there are any issues in the school and you want to move your child. I don't know how these schools deal with refunds or if they would give you a refund. So I personally wouldn't pay yearly, but I don't think the principal of the school would say no. So you have to pay for schooling for your kids to Jamaica. I didn't know that. It's probably in the States unless you put them. Um, Basic schools are free. Okay. When I first moved here, Shani, I thought you had to pay for all schools, but I was wrong. My subscribers corrected me and told me that basic schools are free. I only pay for school fees because she goes to a prep school. Okay. And with my youngest daughter, she goes to a preschool, which is expensive, a lot more expensive than my daughter's school, about 10 grand more. Okay. But I'm not complaining because you know what? In that preschool, she's doing really well. And for a 2 year old, she's holding pencils and she's tracing letters and she's tracing numbers. And I can't believe it. Like she's doing really, really good. So I do believe it's worth paying the fees. And truthfully, I could never afford a private school in the UK. That's another thing I'm grateful for. My daughter goes to a private school here in Jamaica. The UK, they're charging you about 7,000 English pounds a term. I could only dream of sending her to a private school in the UK. Get down. I need to make this point. I have 3 children at different stages. Giselle, you got to do what's best for you and your children. When you say at different stages, I'm assuming, different ages and are doing different things in their lives. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe sit them down, have a speak with them. Um, Unless or maybe wait until they're grown. It's really up to you, Giselle. But I feel like because my kids were so young, I felt like that's why it was a lot easier for me to just up and leave. Because, like, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but Tasha, she came out here at 4 years old. She never started school in the UK. That's one thing I did. I made sure she didn't have to go to school in the UK. So, yeah. Yeah, CXC, which is much harder than GCSE. I never had a problem when I came back with CXCs. I was able to go to college and then uni. Okay, Jen, thank you very much for that information. Thank you. Yes, their school system is way better than the UK, as you said. I fully agree. It's exactly what I done. I put my son in Mount Zion School in Cheltenham, and I know Mount Zion School, Jammy Dodger, and he was ahead when he went back to the UK for secondary school. Yep. Yep. Did he stay ahead? Because I do know some kids that leave here and go to school in the UK, they end up regressing. I really hope that didn't happen for your son. Why are you being so rude? But you know what? They're both progressing very well, and I'm really happy with the education system here. Um, the only thing I'm not happy with is like the communication with the schools. When I say communication, is everything is WhatsApp. And for a person like me that's always on the go, that doesn't work for me. Okay. My phone's not always in my hand. I'm used to emails. I do like written communication in the sense of an email, but everything they send to you is via WhatsApp. So you need to be organized. Make sure you have your notebook. When the teachers send you messages, you need to make sure you write things down. And this is what I'm learning because there's certain times where they're sending me messages on WhatsApp. I'm not getting the messages. I'm not reading them in time, and it's just I get discombobulated like that, man. I need notice when we're doing certain things. Uh, but yes, 32 people. Thank you all for joining. This is my first live. Oh my gosh. Yes, was admiring the homework she got as she's the same age as my son who is doing paintings in reception. My children are 11, 4, and 9 months. Oh, okay. So Giselle, 11, is that the first year of secondary school? 4 and 9 months. You see, so for the 4-year-old and your 4-year-old, is your 4-year-old already in reception? For your 9-month-old, transition shouldn't be okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Choice, you know what, Giselle? I don't know. Talk to your children, see how they feel. The 11-year-old especially, because he or she, sorry, is in their first year of high school. Thank you, Jen. At 11 years old, they've already settled in school, they've already made friends. The transition might be slightly difficult for your 11-year-old. Okay. But for your 4 and your 9-month-old, it shouldn't be so hard for them. But it's the 11-year-old, you know, you need to consider a bit more. But you know, maybe have you considered maybe coming out here for a few months, doing the 6 months thing, if you know your finances allow and your circumstances allow you to, and then you know, seeing what he says, he or she. I don't know why. I'm assuming your 11-year-old is a boy. I don't know why. Freedom, greetings. Hello, Freedom D. How do you know communication is one of the keys? What's your take? The current mobile situation. Which one has given you a good service? Oh, what's your take on the current mobile? Which one has given you a good service? Do you mean mobile? Do you mean providers, Freedom D? Like what's it called? Which one has given you a good service? At the moment, I'm with Digicel. There's Digicel and there's Flow. Okay. Now, my pay-as-you-go phone is with Digicel. My Wi-Fi is with Flow. Now, I've not had too much issues with Digicel, to be honest. I sometimes do have service issues where the service just goes. But to be honest, communication here, like Wi-Fi wise and mobile provider phone wise, has been okay. I've not really had any issues. Okay. I've not really been too deep into the country because I do know in some parts of the country you might struggle to get service. So what's what? It's only a lizard. It's a lizard. She's on. It's come. Don't be scared of the lizard. Come. Oh my gosh, guys, give me a minute. All right, come. All right, look, baby. It won't harm you. It won't harm you. Ugh, these kids are getting used to these Jamaican insects. Go. It ate the fly. Yes, eat the fly. It tried to eat the fly. That's why I like lizards. Keeps my insects out the house. Um. Right. Do you know much about Negril? No, I'm afraid I don't really know much about Negril, and all I know is that it's not far from Westmoreland. But I do believe, I don't know if you watched Throp. I do believe Throp is in Negril. Okay, so maybe have a look at his channel. He's a boy. Oh, see my instincts. He is a boy. I considered it, but you know that thing called procrastination. I wouldn't want him to forfeit his school place due to absence. Understood, Giselle. But just to let you know, if he did forfeit his school place, you could always reapply. Okay, because I used to work in a secondary school in the UK, and like people would take their kids abroad and they would lose their school place and then they'd just come back out of nowhere, reapply, and they'd be back in the school. So just letting you know that's an option. Okay, you can reapply to the same school, assuming they've still got the space. Have you begun to look for land to build? If so, how's that process? Jan, right. So I've been looking at land. So land out here is not cheap. Okay. And initially I didn't want to finance. I don't want to finance anything through a bank. Okay. I don't want to mortgage my land. I would love to be able to pay for my land in cash. Okay. I'm trying to get away from the banking system and the mortgaging system, you know. So at the moment I've been looking for land, but I don't have enough money to secure. Hence why I'm trying to work on multiple streams of income so I can save as much money as possible to try and buy something cash. And I'm not looking for acres and acres and acres. I don't need acres of land. Okay. When I saw how much 1 acre was, I don't even need a whole acre, half an acre, quarter of an acre, square meters. I don't know, but yes. Do they have rent to own or lease to own houses? Sophie, I don't believe so. I do know the NHT, the National Housing Trust, have some form of schemes, okay, for like the working class, but I don't believe they have rent to own or lease to own houses out here. No. Yes, Throp, yeah. So regarding the grill natter, check out Throp, okay? He's a really good YouTuber, really good vlogger, and I'm sure he's in the grill. When I reach, I need to open a bank account. I have my TRN and I'm now a citizen. Well done, Nicola. Problem being, I have yet to have proof of utility bill payment, which I believe you need. Any ideas? You know, you can. Are you in the UK, Nicola? You know, you can actually open your account in the UK. You don't have to do it here. You know. Because I bank with the VMBS, Victoria Mutual Building Society, and I opened my bank account in the Brixton branch in 2015. Okay, so maybe try opening your account from the UK. I don't know what other Jamaican banks are located in the UK actually, apart from VMBS. I don't know if Jamaica National have any branches in the UK, but VMBS do. There's a Tottenham branch and there is the Brixton branch, and they're in London. There's one in Birmingham as well. I don't know why I'm assuming you're in London. You could be anywhere in the UK, Nicola. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, try and open the bank account before you reach. Okay, that will make life easier. And the fact that you don't have proof of bill payments as well, you know, you can use your English address for the time being. Okay, and then when you get to Jamaica and you've got somewhere to live, then you change. Oh, they're doing rent to own in Barbados. Okay, go Barbados. That's really good to know. That's interesting. Jammy Dodger, you can pay through the housing trust from the UK to buy a property. Okay, you can. Yes, you can, Jammy Dodger. You can, and I considered it. I considered it, but I don't know. I didn't go for it. You can pay through, no, VNBS require a JP to open. They require references. Yeah, VNBS require references to open an account, which was quite difficult. I remember, who did I use? At the time, I used my employer and I used a cousin of mine who works in a bank. Because I remember them saying they accept references. All right, come from people who work in banks. JN in there is a Jamaica National in Brixton, UK. Thank you, Sandra, for letting me know. I wasn't too sure. So Nicola, you've got the choice of Jamaica National and VMBS. Okay, I would urge you to open your account in the UK before you get here. Baby, you want to sleep? Come sleep. Come drink. The lizard's gone. It's not troubling you. Baby girl scared of the lizards. What do you do for health insurance? Jammy Dodger, I don't have health insurance. I'm not gonna lie. Before I moved out here, I was looking at expat insurance, you know, because I was thinking to myself, if I do take sick out here, would I want to use the Jamaican public hospitals? But I've come out here without any health insurance. It's a risk that I've taken. Anytime my kids get sick, I just take them to the doctor. You know, I know it pays. I mean, I know it costs, but yeah. Okay, yes, I'm in Croydon. I remember hearing about the branch in Brixton. Yeah, go to Brixton, Nicola. You'll be fine. Open the account there. Okay, baby. This girl is just in everything. Leave me alone. Yes. So another thing I need to tell you guys is when they say having a holiday in Jamaica and living in Jamaica is two completely different things. That's no lie. We've only been to the beach once since we've been here. That beach vlog that I filmed back in October, we ain't been to the beach since. I've been so busy with school. What else? The business. And on the weekends, I still haven't acquired a washing machine. So on the weekends, I'm just washing clothes. Okay, I'm washing clothes, getting us ready for Monday. So I'm hoping soon me and the girls will be able to do something and go somewhere and I can bring you guys more content. Yeah, definitely different from maybe. Do you know what I mean? But guys, one thing I'm going to tell you guys is I know they say the crime rate is really high in Jamaica. What do you need? You want the lizard to go? It's minding its own business. It's not troubling you, baby. Leave the lizard. It's not troubling you. I feel safe in Jamaica. Maybe that's because I don't know why it is, but I feel safe in Jamaica. What I would say to you guys is, one trip to the beach. I know, Sophie, is white goods expensive? Oh, thank you, Sophie. White goods, you mean appliances, girl? I'm assuming Nata's a girl. I don't know why I said girl, but Nata, yes. Appliances out here are not cheap. Okay. I went into court to look for a washing machine, and the cheapest one I found was 77,000 Jamaican dollars. Okay, I'm not sure what that is in pounds or American dollars, but you guys can work that out. Okay, and then it costs to get delivered. Right. Um, no, you are a girl. Thank you, Nata. My instincts are just on point today, ain't they? Um, so right, guys, do not let the crime rate stop you or make you feel like you can't come out here. Yes, crime is high in Jamaica, okay, but a lot of the time the crime is organized. I personally feel like, um, as a single female here with my two daughters, I do feel safe walking in my community. I feel safe walking in Ocho Rios. Okay. Now, obviously, I don't put myself in certain positions. For example, I don't go out after dark. I don't drive. Okay. So I'm not going to be walking the streets at night. Um, I don't walk, I don't walk with like, when I say, like, this is why I'm not vlogging a lot as well, because it's like I think I'm still a little bit anxious to be walking around with my vlogging camera. I don't like to, I feel like I'm creating attention to myself, and I don't like really creating too much attention to myself. I think this is where I need my confidence needs to rise a little bit with regards to my vlogging, because it's like that's an expensive camera, and deep down I'm thinking somebody could be watching me and could be planning on taking this camera from me. Do you know what I mean? So I don't walk around with my valuables, for example, like money. Keep your money tight, hidden away, um, things like that. But yeah, I generally feel safe in Jamaica, and I've been luckily not to encounter any form of crime. Okay, I've been lucky, and it's just and also it's the people you surround yourself with, guys. Give me the phone. Give me the phone. Come here. Right, go. Can you two do something constructive? You don't want a drink? No? You want a snack? You want a packet of Chris? The life of a single parent with two young children. Why are you moaning, baby? Okay. We're still interested in day-to-day vlogs, even if you're doing chills, that's still content. Okay, Giselle, thank you. Hello, Raya. Thank you very much for joining. Okay. Either with it, it's fine. It's all right, babe. Oh, have this one. 77,000 Jamaican dollars is 503. 503 US dollars for a washing machine. That was the cheapest one. Okay, the cheapest. Yes, that's right. Crime is everywhere. It's how you live and who you associate with. Yeah, I agree with you, Jamie Dodger. It's who you associate with yourself with. So I'm lucky to have met quite a few other expats out here. Okay, like I've surrounded myself with other expats, but the Jamaicans that are around me, okay, they're very much they're decent. They're just people. They're decent people, working class people that go out to work every day, come home and do their thing. So I've been very careful with who I associate myself with. Okay, to me, that's one of the most important things, because it's who you associate yourself with that can bring you down. Okay. Um, what else can I tell you guys? It would be nice to meet up. Absolutely, Jamie Dodger. Absolutely. I've got quite a few people I need to meet up with. I've been talking to quite a few other vloggers, but it's just my day-to-day activities just haven't allowed me to meet up with anybody at the minute. Um, yes. But yes, the furnishings, guys, my room is still empty. I still need to get myself a bed. When I moved in here, it was completely unfurnished. So I think I've done well to get a stove, a fridge. The girls have a bed. Okay. And I have to thank one of my subscribers, Simone. Her name is Miss Simone on YouTube. And she actually sponsored the bed for my girls. And I was so grateful, Simone. So I don't know if you're here, Simone. Okay, but thank you very much. My girls enjoy their beds. Okay. I need to get my bed. I need to get the washing machine. Um, and some chest of drawers, really, because we're still living out of suitcases, and I'm tired of living out of suitcases. So, you know, absolutely, Shani, absolutely. But guys, life in Jamaica so far is great. The weather is amazing. Okay. I tell you, Jamaica's not for the weak, because it can be hot one minute and then we can have a downpour the next minute. But what I love is after that downpour, the sun usually comes back out. All right. So yeah, everything will come together. Thank you, Jamie Dodger. It will. Plastic drawers until then. I admire you so much. Cannot wait to get my citizenship. Oh, Raya, you'll get your citizenship. Thank you. Yes, you can tell your skin is glowing. Ah, when I tell you the Jamaican climate is doing wonders for my skin. Like I'll have a shower. I don't even need to grease my skin after having a shower like you do in the UK. It's amazing. You've got the seawater, the salt seawater, and my baby was sick. Okay, she had a cold, and one of my neighbors gave me something called the leaf of life that sorted her out. Like I'm loving the fact that I'm around nature. I'm loving the fact that, I can pick my ackee off the tree, pick my fruits off the tree. It's beautiful. Yeah, the water is so soft. Has your diet changed at all? My family's from St. Elizabeth, Sophia. Sophie, has my diet changed? I'll say yes, in the sense of I'm eating a lot more fresh food. I'm not eating much processed food like I was in the UK. I've got the time to cook. Cooking Jamaican food is not a quick process. Okay, so my diet's changed in the sense that I'm cooking a lot more fresh food, like the hard food, the yams, the dashins, the cocos. um I'm eating less meat. Okay, in the sense that it's expensive. Um you know Veg, I'm eating more veg. So yeah, my diet has changed. Yes, get loads of fruits. Don't just shop at Courts, honey. You can get a washing machine for about 300 elsewhere. Okay, thank you, Sandra. Well, my partner told me that it might be cheaper for us to go into Trelawney. That's where he's from. So he's told me that we should go into Trelawney to try and get the washing machine. So I'm going to follow his advice on that one. There's also got a shop called Blingers out here, guys. Blingers, they sell appliances and everything else, but they're just as expensive as Courts. Yeah. I do miss my online shopping. I'm not gonna lie. I do know you can do the online shopping here in Jamaica, but because nothing's delivered to your house, you got to pick it up from the post office. I really hate the fact that I got to pay to collect my post. Okay, it's bad enough that I've paid to order it and then to pay to collect it. That's something I just can't get used to. All right, but nothing in Jamaica is free, guys. Everything here comes at a cost. All right, young girls, I don't understand why you two are arguing. What is the issue now? Give me the phone. It's my phone. Since you two can't play with it nicely, let me take it away. Go get your toys. You've got toys. Come on. You don't want to watch Peppa? All right. That's the only thing I miss online shopping. I miss Amazon so much. Like there's certain things my girls need I could just order from Amazon, but I refuse because I'm not paying that big money to pick it up from the post office. Okay. You know. I do miss there are little things about the UK I miss, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do miss fish and chips, I do miss going to the fish and chip shop. Um Come in. Yes. What do you want? Outside? No, you're not going outside, girl. Not without mummy. No. Okay. Huh? The lizard's not troubling you. The lizard's behind the grill. It's okay, baby. Don't be scared of the lizard, please. Nice. Yeah, there are little small things about the UK that I miss. Okay. Um, but all in all, I'm glad I made the move. Um, I'm happy here in Jamaica. My kids are progressing well in school. Okay, my business is slowly expanding. It's hard because it's just me. Okay, but at the end of the day, I've got my partner now, and he's amazing. He's amazing support, amazing help. So, you know, just take each day as it comes. Absolutely. Okay. But yeah, guys, I don't know what else to say. If there's no one other questions, we've been online for an hour and 8 minutes. Any other questions? No? Okay, well, guys, I'm going to thank you all for joining. Okay, 6 months today, guys. I can't believe I've been here for 6 months. Wow, this time last year, I left work, I resigned work, and I used to go to work thinking, I hate this place. I want to be out of this place. I want to be in Jamaica, and I've done it. You eat better because you're less inclined to pop those goodies in your basket like in the UK. Thank you, Nicola. You ain't lying there. I bought, was it a packet of M&Ms or a packet of Snickers? And when I saw something like $350, I was like, you're having a laugh. So yeah, you're right. What's wrong? Take care. Hope to see one of your vlogs soon. Absolutely, Rhea. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you all, guys, for joining. I think I'm going to end the vlog here because baby's getting miserable. Not the vlog, the live. Baby's getting miserable and I need to go tend to baby. All right, guys. So thank you all very much for joining, guys. I appreciate it. Okay. And I will try my best to bring you all some more content. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone. You're very welcome. Thank you. Bye, Jamie. Take care, Sophie. Bye, bye, Jan. And thank you, Nicola. Thank you all. Great. Sorry, I'm still reading comments. I can't end it yet. Congratulations. Well done. Lots of admiration on my JA. Watched your protest from the UK. Nice to hear. It's like, that's a live jump down. Thank you, Una. Thank you very much.